Hello there. This is Kathy Rosewell Jonas, licensed clinical social worker
And Heather Shelton, retired nurse.
from Epic Healing Eugene and Radiant Heart Consulting, Oregon, and the nation's first licensed service center. Today, we wanted to talk about what we've learned about psychedelic preparation. And we offer for clients that come to us, everybody gets 3 hours of individual preparation with their chosen facilitator. And we have ongoing preparation groups that are part of a free service that we give for anybody signed up for services. So today we wanted to go through some of the common questions that were often asked and have a little dialogue about that.
Yeah. So I would say the biggest question that most people come with, and we do hear in almost every one of our group preparations, is questions about what will happen if I have a bad trip. So, Kathy, I thought maybe you could talk a little bit about a bad trip.
Okay. Well, let's define what a bad trip would be. For one thing, I actually don't believe in the concept of a bad trip. I do believe that some of the experiences, you can have a very challenging experience. That might be that you experience a lot of different emotions that you're not used to feeling, or that maybe you cried a lot, or maybe you had some nausea, maybe you had some times of confusion. That there's a lot of stuff to work through, and things can be happening very fast in the sense of your thoughts, lots of thoughts, maybe even possibly lots of images about thoughts that may or may not happen. But does that mean that it was a bad trip?
Right. Because one of the things that we do really believe, I'd say, all of us on this team here, is that psilocybin shows us what it is we're ready to hear or see or learn. And so one of the things we do talk about in preparation is we talk about expectations. What is each person's expectation? And is it a realistic expectation? Are you going to be healed from every problem that you've had in your life by having one psilocybin session? And the answer to that is probably not. But what do we talk about, Kathy, with people about expectations? How can we help folks to have realistic expectations about what could come up in a session?
Right. So I think part of the expectation conversation about that and personal examination is if you're comparing yourself to somebody else or thinking that this person had this experience, I want to have that kind of same experience. Or maybe you're really focused on outcome research of psychedelic research that might show that psilocybin improves symptoms of depression or PTSD. Sometimes it's kind of I think we all do this to a certain degree, is that we leapfrog to what the result is, and we forget that there's actually a journey that has to be traveled to get there. And that journey, that inward journey, and really exploring the inner landscape does take some work. It takes some openness. It takes some bravery in some ways of kind of sitting and being with yourself. So having intentions about what your psychedelic experience may be that will help point, kind of like steer the ship or be the compass to kind of keep you going in your experience. But the waves are going to move you and you're going to be still traveling, but and there's a lot of unexpected things that will happen. But having kind of an idea about the direction you want to go, and also thinking about how will you know if this is successful for you. Right. What is that? And maybe do some journaling about that. Is that how will you know if you have certain things that you want to have changed in your life and you're counting on the psilocybin experience to get you there, maybe by asking that question, you can start to examine what might be reasonable or what things might be happening right now in your life that you can make some small changes to get some momentum about your experience.
Yeah, yeah. I would say one of the things, I think I'm going to take a moment here to talk about set and setting. Is that
Yeah.
okay? Because, in all of the literature about psychedelic work, there's this concept and these words we use that are set and setting. And so what we here at Epic provide is a really safe and comfortable setting for you. And the setting is the place where you'll be. So each client, we have a comfortable environment here. We've got blankets and pillows and tea and water. You'll have your own facilitator there, which actually brings people a lot of comfort. I know even for myself, with the many experiences I've had in my life, I really do like to have someone with me. So the set, what is set? Well, set is the person's mindset coming into the experience. And so that doesn't mean that you have to be feeling super happy and if you're dealing with some depression, that's actually how you're feeling right now. But you do get to have the mindset, this is the choice that you have to come in with a positive attitude. This is going to actually show me something that I've been waiting to learn, or maybe help me remember something, a real sweet part of myself that I've forgotten. So coming in with a mindset of feeling really angry, maybe you're really angry and have a lot of road rage, or just kind of with a bad attitude, like, oh, I don't want to get sick and I don't want this to happen, and a lot of things that you don't want to have happen, that's not necessarily the healthiest mindset to come and engage in a psychedelic experience. So we spend a lot of time in preparation talking about mindset with each individual person, and just to help support people in how to come in with a healthy, positive mindset.
And I think that there's one way to kind of think about that mindset is kind of like the vibration that you bring to life. It's like if you approach life with kind of like a higher vibration, it seems like that can be with that optimism, that openness, a sense of gratitude, that it seems like in the psilocybin experience especially is that you are rewarded. Like say that psilocybin usually wants to love you up first of all. It does. It's very kind. It's a gentle teacher. And then it'll start to show you different things based on what your thoughts are doing and stuff, and what your openness is, and you'll get more and more insights about it. But it is this this openness, and also a sense like if you are showered with feelings of bliss and getting complimented by psilocybin to let you know that you're actually a good person, it's like if you come with this feeling of thank you for that, you're given more of that. So it's kind of this raising yourself up, this openness. I'm open to see the next steps in my life that might help me take those next steps so I can improve my life. I'm open to what psilocybin is going to show me. Psilocybin opens the door and it's going to show you the different rooms of the house, so to speak. And then it's up to you to kind of decide to walk in through those rooms.
Yeah.